What's up, y'all? Brandon Panty Gamers here. Welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Duel Destinies. And yeah, I don't know what to feel after the last time we recorded. Just to jog everyone's memory.
I am annoyed.
Just to jog everyone's memory, we finished episode 4, but then it turned out that the culprit, or the possible suspect, had to be Athena because of her fingerprints were on a lighter. I believe that's what it's called. And yeah. So now we're heading out to the new episode.
Seems like every Phoenix Wright game, people that we know become suspects. It's kind of old.
Well, who knows? How do I say it? So yeah, I believe we're on the final episode at least. I forgot what the title's called. Well, yeah, but right now we're on episode 5. Turnabout for tomorrow, so that's what it is.
Edgeworth is in that.
Wait, what?
Go back.
Oh, I did not see him there at the right.
Edgeworth is making a return.
He wears glasses.
Well, I mean, he's older now.
Makes sense. Alright, well.
I'm excited for that.
Turnabout for tomorrow. Okay, that's what it's called.
Imagine if he's the prosecutor for at least some of the time.
Who knows? Oh, yep, we're definitely in the investigation. No one can escape their past.
Ugh. I remember this.
The sins we committed and the sadness we've caused.
It looks like Simon.
I think that was him.
Is that why he's in jail?
For a murder crime, I believe. No matter how far we run, our past remains. As ever present as the moon in the sky. Yeah, we saw this from the first cutscene of the game. It looms in wait for the day when we are forced to face it. Face what? Only in doing so can we truly make peace and move on in hope towards tomorrow. Took Athena from the courtroom straight to the station. She's probably being questioned at this very moment.
What was that?
Apollo and Athena?
I know. Was this a flashback?
I guess. Oh. After this past year, I took it for granted that those two would always be here. Now Apollo has gone off on his own to seek his own truth. My pursuit of the truth only ended up with Athena becoming the new suspect. Some boss I turned out to be.
Oh, Trucy.
You want to take over, Juicy?
Yeah, I might have a very similar voice to Athena, but I'm assuming that doesn't matter.
It's even quieter in here than usual.
Yeah.
Because she's younger. Because she's a bit younger.
Yeah.
I just don't get it, Daddy. all of your reasoning during the trial seemed perfectly solid.
Yeah, and I still believe it was. At least, based on what we know.
But now, Athena is the one who is being accused.
I need to change that a little bit. I sound too much like a chipmunk.
During the trial of the bombing and murder that occurred at the Cosmos Space Center, the lighter used by the real culprit was found. This lighter proved the defendant Solomon Starbuck innocent. Athena's prints were found on it instead, and she was subsequently arrested for the murder.
But Athena wouldn't have done it. It just doesn't make any sense.
No, none of it does. I've been racking my brain, but I just can't figure it out. Where is the flaw in my reasoning? What have I got wrong in this case?
You know, Daddy, if Athena was here, she wouldn't just be sitting around thinking. She'd be out doing something. You are going to defend Athena, right, Daddy?
Of course I will. Thanks, Trucy. I needed that push. Trucy's right, the trial is tomorrow. There's no time to waste. If I'm going to prove Athena's innocence, I better get out of there and find some evidence.
Off we go, then! We're on a hunt for evidence that'll prove Athena's innocence!
Great. Before we go, I better tidy up the evidence I have on hand. Unnecessary evidence left at the office.
How's my Trucy voice? Does it sound like Athena except a bit higher?
Yeah.
So do you think that's good? Or is it too much like her?
No, I think it's good.
Okay.
He's probably still in the middle of being questioned. So Trucy's right. The thing to start with is talking to people at the Space Center. I guess I'll move. Let's start from the entrance.
Oh my god.
Director Cosmos, do you have a minute?
Galactic scooter, full speed ahead!
Director? He scooted away.
His expression changed the instant he saw you, Daddy!
Yeah, well, I tracked his name through the mud pretty good at the trial earlier today. Not only that, but made him spin around so many times. Okay, I guess we'll go to the boarding lounge.
I wish that text was faster.
We were here only yesterday. Oh, hey. Oh, that's right, Mr. Starbuck, you've been released, huh? Yep, and should I take him still?
Yeah, because you were him last time.
Okay. Yep, and I came straight here. This is all thanks to you and your team, Mr. Wright. You've given me a second chance to fly into space again. I can't thank you enough. Except...
Oh my god.
What's wrong? I thought he'd be happy to be acquitted. As I was coming out of the detention center, I saw Miss Sykes. You saw Athena? I was at a loss for words. I didn't know what to say to the poor girl. And then, you know what? She flashed a peace sign at me. Congratulations on your acquittal, she said. I can go back into space someday. Yeah, that sounds like Athena. I can just picture it. But I saw her eyes. They were red and swollen from crying. She's gotta be suffering. She must be so worried. I guess she went out of her way to be nice and give me that big smile.
She held back her own tears so she could give someone else a smile. That's so Athena.
There's no question about it. That girl is innocent. Please, Mr. Wright, you have to make sure she goes free. And then they can put me in prison instead. I don't mind. We can't have that either, Mr. Starbuck. Don't worry, Mr. Starbuck. I'm going to give her the very best defense I can. I promise to get her acquitted, just like I did for you. I know she'll be right with you in her corner. I know he'll never give up on her. Apollo has a fine boss to look up to. I guess we'll talk about the murder. I still can't believe Launchpad 1 was with the Space Museum. What kind of made Director Conlon do such a thing? I have the foggiest idea. But there never was be a launch that day, not from the very beginning. I wonder if Clay knew. Imagine he must have. Surely he would have noticed when you went to board the rocket. But I didn't think I was the only one who got taken in. But I guess that's about how it goes, when you're worth less than space debris.
Is he going to be alright, Daddy? The expression looks as dark as a black hole.
Well, that's just how he is. The murderer. Starbuck, do you remember anything about the murderer? Not really. I only saw a shadowy figure in the dark after all. Yeah, I guess that was a little too much to hope for. Hey, I heard something from the police, though. They said they never did find a .10 caliber gun down the trash chute. Just as I thought, the culprit must have carried it away from them when they escaped.
So was the person you saw holding a gun Mr. Starbuck?
I couldn't really tell. It wasn't Athena, right? Could you tell if the person was male or female, tall or short?
I read that wrong, sorry.
Oh well. I can't even tell you that much, man. I'm muted. When the culprit opened the door and some light came in, I should have been able to see. The door? Ah, yes. As I recall, they opened this door here and they made their escape.
The door to Launchpad 1, right?
Yeah, except right now the door leads to the Space Museum. You mean the Launchpad and the Space Museum are switched right now? Yeah, they're trying to investigate the theory you came up with in court. So they're recreating the conditions, huh? I'll just see what's beyond that door now. Mrs. Starbuck, could you open this door for us? Sure, just let me have my print scanned here. Okay. I was touching the launch pads. Did the launch pad get switched back and forth a lot? Well, back when the Space Museum was Launchpad 2, they used to switch the pads around at times. But these days, Launchpad 2 is only used as a tourist attraction, right? Right, because quite frankly, the Space Center needs the money. I hear you. Times sure are tough.
Daddy! Let's go check out and see what's behind that door!
Sure, let's go. Hey, why don't I come along? I can show you around. Oh. What? Hold on, what is this over here? Huh? I wonder what these dead leaves are doing here.
Maybe they were stuck at the bottom of somebody's shoes? There are lots of trees around the Space Center.
She's right. It's a modern state-of-the-art building, but it's surrounded by trees. I don't know, if they were stuck to the bottom of somebody's shoes, wouldn't they look more crushed up? These don't look like they've been stepped on.
Maybe there's some kind of secret hatch in the corridor, and they come out that way? come in that way?
I think it sounds like a magician's stage, you know. Okay. Whatever this is. This is another one of those devices for opening the door, huh? Yep, but this one doesn't require fingerprint verification. You just hit the button and open Sesame.
So when you and Clay went through there, you didn't need to show their prints either?
That's right, Trucy. Just like how the culprit didn't need to scan their prints. When they escape back out of the Space Museum corridor, they're boarding another shoe. Okay.
Hold on, can I just ask something real quick?
Huh?
If Edgeworth does make an appearance, and or if he ends up being the prosecutor, can I do his voice?
Sure.
I'll try to make it sound more like him. You know. Objection! You know what I mean. Okay.
Well, I don't see anything else that jumped out at me. Out at me. I imagine this corridor is built exactly like the Launchpad 1 corridor. I guess that's it for now. Anything near the entrance? Oh, yep, there's definitely something new. For fuck's sake.
Transference who sullied my good name. Reverse course and full speed away.
Director Cosmos, wait.
Meow.
I'll handle it, Daddy! Take that!
The mobility system has been compromised.
Juicy's knife throw was a direct hit to one of his tires.
And the streak continues.
Maybe I should have kept a closer watch on what tricks she's been practicing.
My dear old battleship, we fought away too many skimmish. We fought away. What the. That!
I have no idea what that sentence means. Just go on.
Daddy! He's going to blow that thing up!
Yeah, I bet all that button will do is to make it go haywire again.
Very well. I surrender. As a prisoner of war, I expect to be treated honorably.
Okay, switching to launch pads. Mr. Cosmos, when you were talking in core about switching to launch pads, you use your right to remain silent without the reason as to why. I'd like Director Cosmos to tell us why he switched to launch pad to begin with.
Oh, please, I can't. I exercise my right to remain silent. But I will say, my hands were tied. I was only doing what I could to keep my men from getting caught in that blast. The center of the cosmos is shrouded in mystery, but I don't have any secrets left. Now that battleship has been destroyed, I have been taken prisoner.
What? Oh my gosh. 3 side blocks. No secrets left, huh? I beg to differ. Looks like I'll have to undo this cycle if I want to get to the bottom of this. Okay. Take that!
Do we have anything?
Well, we can't move on without doing this, so yeah, I assume so. Behind the switching of the launch pads. I want you to tell me everything you're hiding about switching to 2 launch pads.
I refuse. You can't make me. I can hold out longer than anyone.
I would never get like this when I'm old. Now let's see, where to start? This is how you explain your motive for switching launch pad. You did it. fool the bomber to prevent the bombing, to save the astronauts. Fool to prevent... I mean, I guess he did it to save the astronauts?
Maybe.
I doubt switching launchpad would prevent bombing, because obviously it will still happen no matter what, even if you switch.
Yeah.
Fool the bomber, I mean, seems plausible, but more plausible for saving astronauts, so I guess... Save the astronauts? Huh?
Maybe.
That's great, I'll try... Oh, whoops. I'll try it first. Thanks to switching the launch pad, the astronauts escaped injury from the blast. Instead, they safely boarded the museum's rocket far away from the actual explosion.
Oh, sorry.
My astronauts were racing to go out on an authentic adventure in space. How do you propose that I had heard a fake rocket without them noticing?
I agree you couldn't have done it without help. For one, they would have figured it out the instant they stepped into the fake museum. You figured you could fool Mr. Starbug once you've been drugged with his medication, but without the help of this person, it would have been impossible to pull your plan off.
Who? Mrs. Blackwell? Or, wait, Clay Taryn?
I think so. Since
Try it.
Taryn was there with Starbug. There's kind of one thing I noticed about this Cyclock, that there's the penalty bar not showing, so... I guess it means, like, even if I miss it, I guess it'll just make me retry infinite times.
I guess so.
Maybe, but we'll
Anyways,
see.
let's try Clay.
Yeah, Clay Taryn. Take that! You must have gotten Mr. Taryn to help you.
Ah!
He stole a tranquilizer from his mentor's locker and slipped them to him. Then when Starbuck in a day, they boarded the replica rocket in the Space Museum.
No! I'm sorting out this poor resident!
How is he able to spin around like that? There's one. You really want to save the astronauts' lives. Can you have just called off the launch?
If I could have done that, do you think I would have gone on all that trouble?
He must have had a compelling reason why he couldn't call it off. You can know the switch to launch pad in advance of the bombing incident.
Well, that's because I was warned in advance. Once I received that warning, it was my duty to ensure my astronaut's safety.
Exactly who warned you? It was just a warning. It could even have been a prank. Why did you believe in it so completely?
Because I went to one of those mediums that everyone's talking about these days.
Oh? I didn't realize channeling was back in vote. Vote? I don't know how to say that word.
Hey,
It's actually an O, not an A.
Vogue.
Okay. Besides, I thought it was you yourself that got the warning via telephone.
Yes, that's right. The bomber contacted me personally. My battleship is equipped with a special advanced communication system, you see.
AKA regular old telephone.
It's been a while. Planning another launch? I see you haven't learned. I'll never forget the terror I felt when I received that call.
The bomber said it's been a while? And that was enough to make you take the threat seriously? How did Capcom took the threat so seriously? Because the Space Center had been involved in the bombing once before? Maybe. The culprit in the current case is the same person who was involved in this incident. Courtroom number 4 bombing, the Hat 1 miracle, the Hat 2 bombing.
Maybe the courtroom? Oh wait, that was after, wasn't it?
Yeah, we're talking about... Yeah, this one we're talking about the past, so it's not courtroom bombing. Hat 2 bombing,
Yeah.
I mean, it could be the Hat 1 miracle.
I don't know what that is.
That was like it was like an incident that happened with Solomon Starbug, that he went to space for the first time, and then he somehow made it back alive.
Oh, okay. Try it.
The Hat One Miracle. The Hat One Miracle. That epic story of survival. People across the nation know it now as a heroic tale of bravery. But in truth, it was an act of sabotage perpetrated by our current killer, wasn't it? Very few knew about the previous plot, so when the caller said, "It's been a while," you knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that the danger was real. And what is a prank?
Did anyone tell you to go easy on an ex-serviceman?
We got one more line.
Yes. The Hat One Miracle was really a desperate battle against an act of sabotage. I even lost the life of one of my staff members in the fight.
You lost one of your staff members.
Whoa.
Sabotage? Murder? So this is the ugly truth behind the Hat One Miracle. Sabotage and murder. Again, this is like an Among Us imposter thing would do.
I let my guard down. I thought the saboteur had been caught, and that the case was closed.
Huh? Wait a minute. The murder at the Space Center 7 years ago? This must be the person Director Cosmo thought was the culprit. Are you talking about Simon Blackwell, which is why he got arrested?
I think you're right.
Yeah, it says convicted of the murder at the Space Center 7 years ago.
Let's do it.
Okay. Take that! Simon Blackwell, the murder suspect in a case that happened here 7 years ago. The place and time of the two incidents, the murder and the sabotage, were the same. So you thought that he committed both crimes? But while Prosecutor Blackwell was behind bars, you got another threatening call. If the culprit this time is the same as 7 years ago, then it isn't Simon Blackwell. Wait. Does that mean Blackwell is innocent?
Simon's innocent?
That means Simon is innocent then. It's still not, it wasn't really him.
Jeez.
Realizing that, you were shaken. It meant the true culprit had been running free all this time.
No! No, you keep seeing that straight through me!
Oh, here we go.
I love doing that. Is my acting like in time, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I noticed a delay in your videos. I'm trying to read the text like as soon as it pops up as fast as I can. Because I'm getting used to it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Switching the launch pad. The reason why Director Cosmo won't talk about why he switched the launch pads is connected to the truth behind the Hat One Miracle. The sabotage and murder that happened at the Space Center 7 years ago. Director Cosmo, tell us what you're hiding.
If you really want to understand the reason I decided to switch the launch pads, we'll have to start with the story of that horrible nightmare from 7 years ago.
7 years ago, you mean the so-called Hat One Miracle. Even though it wasn't a miracle. It was... yeah.
The launch pad went smoothly, but once the ship entered outer space, the troubles began. It was all the handiwork of a certain person and their evil scheme.
So Mr. Starbuck's traumatic experience wasn't accidental.
Not only that, but before the launch, a very valuable piece of evidence, a very valuable piece of moon rock was stolen. Oh, my bad.
Moon rock?
Moon rock. But that wasn't the worst of it. One of my staff members was murdered.
Who was it that was murdered?
Wow, I had no idea such awful events were behind that exciting story of space heroism.
Whoever was the victim 7 years ago, I assume that's what Blackwell got accused of.
All that, in spite of the Space Center having very strict security those days, all personnel fixed were examined thoroughly, coming or going. You couldn't even smuggle a withered old leaf through those checkpoints.
So, do you have any clue who was responsible for sabotage?
At the very least, I knew it wasn't Simon Blackcoil. I don't know enough to identify the true culprit, but it's clear what the person is.
Sorry, my dad came in the room.
To put it simply, a spy.
So the spy is the true culprit of 7 years ago?
Just like Among Us, there's in outer space, an astronaut, there's an imposter.
Spy? You mean somebody who infiltrates a foreign country? Carries out dangerous missions and always gets the gift?
It always gets
Is this a gift?
No, it says always gets the girl.
The girl. Oh, the girl! Whoops. It looked like gift on my screen.
Someone's watching way too many late-night movies. Well, I guess if we're talking about blowing up in a rocket and stealing the research material, it's not all that surprising that a spy could be behind it all. The spy.
Make no mistake, there's cutthroat rivalry between nations in the space or in the race. Some tried to outdo others by any means possible, and even deliberate obstruction. 7 years ago, we got a call before the launch warning of a sabotage.
The same MO as this time?
Yes, and here I thought the perpetrator had been caught, but it looks like I was wrong.
Prosecutor Blackwell seems more like a ninja than a spy, don't you think?
Aren't ninjas and spies basically the same thing?
But there's a good reason we failed to find a real spy. A massive a massive cover-up by the government. Government officials were too embarrassed to admit that they had allowed such a thing to happen at the hands of a spy.
Don't tell me they made the police rush the investigation.
They did indeed, and then to cover up the sabotage, they cleared up the story.
And that was the Hot One miracle, wasn't it? Then 7 years later, the same MO, advanced warning of sabotage. That must have been the right reason for switching to launch pads. Just like 7 years ago. 7 years ago, the spy gave you an advanced warning of their plan, just like this time. That was what made you decide to switch the launch pad, wasn't it?
That's right. The caller knew the facts of this case 7 years ago, despite the cover-up. They knew about the sabotage, the moon rock, the murder, and they said, "You don't want things to go like they did 7 years ago, do you?" I immediately thought of calling off the launch, but the government wouldn't let me. We don't give them the likes of terrorists. We must proceed for our country's honor. It was quite a maxing stretch, actually.
Moving speech.
It was quite a moving speech, actually. Sorry.
That's fine. Moving? Really? Maybe if you're easily inspired by political talking points.
But I knew the truth. We had been warned, which meant that the danger was very real. And I knew there was no way to stop the spy. No matter what I did, they would find a way. That's why I switched the launch pads and stopped the moving rescue scene. Staged the moving rescue scene. First, I snuck into the center the night before and switched the launch pads. That way the astronauts would go from boarding lounge 1 to the Space Museum. Then I put a close or repair sign at the door in launch pad 1 and boarding lounge 2.
It that's so normal visitors wouldn't do, right? What else did you do?
I enlisted the help of several staff members, including Taryn.
But you didn't let Mr. Starbuck in on it?
He'd already been through enough, and he's no good at lying to keep a secret. I'm afraid I had no choice but to have him drugged. My plan went well until...
Police murder, huh?
After the culprit made their escape, I switched the launch pads back. I did it in such a way that no one would find out, but after all that effort, Taryn is dead, and the hat too is destroyed. And the Hope capsule, which had returned to us only recently, was also lost in that blast. My home, the center of the cosmos. My beautiful cosmos space center is done for!
Wait, what did he mean by the Hope capsule was lost in that blast? The Hope capsule? I thought that the Hope capsule was found at the crime scene with Mr. Terry. It hasn't been brought back by the Hope Space Pro with asked for samples inside. What kind of samples are they? What's in them?
The samples are scheduled for an analysis in the near future. We haven't had time since they just came back the day before Taryn's murder. The capsule was being held in a safe in Launchpad 1. But I gave it to Taryn before the incident so it wouldn't be destroyed in the explosion. The idea was that with it safely in Taryn's possession, he could make it look like he rescued it during the staged miraculous escape. But our precious research materials ended up lost with that explosion anyway.
But I thought Claire was supposed to keep it safe.
You misunderstand. The launch pad explosion wasn't the one the capsule was lost to. It was lost after the police confiscated it as evidence. It was the courtroom bombing from the other day. The capsule was there in the courtroom as evidence, and it was blown to smithereens.
So the capsule was gone by the courtroom bombing.
Jeez, that's why it was blown up.
I guess, but the next thing... But wait, that... Like, we revealed that Ted Chone was the one who, blew up the courtroom. Are they saying he's a Phantom? Or the spy?
Mm-hmm.
Another casualty of that blast.
Ultimately, I think the culprit may have known about the switching of the launch pads.
What? How?
The police found a wire trapping device during their investigation today.
Wiretapping.
Tapping. A bug aboard my battleship attacked on my advanced communication systems.
Wire on that phone?
Yes, a wire on this very phone. I used this phone to give instructions to my staff about the launchpad switch. Just to the few selected members who knew about the plan. Just before the incident, staff members were coming in and out of Launchpad 1. The culprit probably slipped in with them amid the confusion.
And play the bomb then.
Yes. They were...
Nothing. Yeah,
Sorry.
they were tapping your... Yeah. They definitely could pull something like that off. So you really think the same spy is behind the incident and the work 7 years ago? Wait. So the spy is not only responsible for 7 years ago, but this incident?
Yes, I'm sure of it.
Then this spy must be the Phantom prosecutor Blackwell has been chasing. Proteus Blackwell told me once. All I've been on for the Phantom of 7 years past continues even still. So this Phantom slash spy is the one responsible. For starters, the case happened right here at this very space center too.
So if we can find this Phantom...
That's right, we can clear Athena's name. And then there's a matter of Prosecutor Blackwell too.
What about him?
Well, if the corporate 7 years ago is the same person as in the current incident, it would mean Prosecutor Blackwell is innocent. That's still an if, though.
I wonder how dangerous that guy would be in court without handcuffs.
Probably hitting his sword a lot.
But if we were going on a ghost hunt, count me in.
It's all over for me! Spin, spin, I'm done for! The center of cosmos is doomed!
What?
Do you think he's going to be alright, Daddy?
Well, at least he'll be in good company. There must be planets out there he could spin with. Which reminds me, I'd like to delve a little deeper into the Hat 1 mission too.
If you want to learn more, so the Space Museum! There's a Hat 1 exhibit there!
Why are you spinning?
Oh, don't mind me, I'll just keep spinning here and see how the cosmos unfolds!
It's like he achieved spiritual enlightenment or something.
I'm sure he'll stop when he gets dizzy. Let's go visit the Space Museum. Are you really? Is this really gonna keep going? I'll just move. Space Museum. There it is.
Let's see, where's the exhibit on the launch pad 7 years ago?
There. That's a Hat 1 exhibit.
Oh wow! Look at that photo of the team!
There's Clay, Miss Starbuck, Director Cosmos, or Blackwell, and even Ponko. But I've never seen the woman on the right before. Director Cosmos said that one of his staff got murdered. Is she the victim at the very right?
Probably.
Still don't know who she is, but maybe we'll find out soon as we investigate.
Everybody looks so happy! Well, except for Director Cosmos.
Let's check out the newspaper article too. Hat 1 launch imminent. And there's a photo of the Hope space probe. Guess it's only natural it doesn't talk about the murder or the sabotage.
They really were keeping it a secret, just like the director said. Daddy, take a look at that jacket.
Must be the Hat 1 team uniform jacket. The same design as the one Apollo was wearing, the one that belonged to Clay.
Actual jacket worn by Hat 1 team member, it says.
Not a replica, huh? I wonder if it was Mrs.
Why was Apollo wearing it?
I guess he just wants to, like, solve this murder mystery of Clay. And he just wants to wear his jacket. I don't know. Oh boy, Hat 1 exhibit. What's this?
Who's that? Hello?
Juniper?
Oh.
Oh, Miss Woods, what brings you here?
I heard Athena got arrested, so I've been looking for you, Mr. Wright. I thought you might be here, at the scene.
You must be so worried, but rest assured I'm going to do my very best to defend her.
Athena's going through having such a hard time. I hope she doesn't lose heart. Even just coming back to this place must have been really difficult for her.
Huh? You mean the Cosmos Space Center?
What? You didn't know? She used to...
What? She used to live here.
She used to live here when she was a little girl.
What?
She used to live at the Space Center?
Hmm.
Does that mean... So that means even when Athena was little, she already met Simon Blackwell already? Before he got committed murder?
Probably.
If I remember correctly, episode 3 mentioned something that Athena's saying to save him. She didn't specifically say who. Does she mean Blackwell? Because we are assuming that he is the well, he was accused, but then
Yeah.
as we talked to Director Cosmo, there was a spy, not Simon Blackwell, who was responsible 7 years ago. So yeah.
Let's continue.
She did? No, I didn't know. No wonder she knew so much. Miss Woods, can you tell me more in detail? Okay. Athena at the Space Center.
Athena's mom worked here.
Huh.
If I remember right, she was a doctor of psychology or something like that.
Why was a psychology specialist working at a space research facility?
I don't really know. But I do know that she lived and worked here, so Athena lived here too.
So it was far from Athena's first time here. I wonder why she didn't mention it.
She probably didn't want to talk about it. This place is connected to very sad memories for her. A very sad memory for her.
A sad memory.
We know what it is.
A sad memory? Can you tell me about it?
There was a terrible incident here. It was 7 years ago.
The same time frame as the Hat One Lounge?
Athena's mom, in the robotics lab. She was... murdered!
Wait, so that person on the right was Athena's mom?
Hold on.
What?
So that person on the right is Athena's mom?
Looks like it. Look at the hair.
Huh.
Oh my god.
Okay. It just seemed like... Okay, now I'm starting to see how Apollo and Blackwell were being so different at the start of episode 4. Basically because Clay is his friend, as Apollo, and Simon Blackwell, this is where he was accused of murder. And or sabotage. As well as his sister here. But now Athena's also connected to this place because her mom was a victim, and yeah.
Jeez.
Wow.
Hey, you didn't let me say that.
What?
After it happened, Athena stopped coming to school.
Poor Athena. And all this time, she never let on at all.
I was so worried about her. I came here so many times hoping to see her.
I don't know how long
Whoa.
the investigation is, so we don't know how long this will be.
It's okay, I'm sure I'll be able to make it. Oh.
But I never saw her again.
Oh no. Oh.
After a while, we started exchanging letters. But I didn't get to see her face to face for 7 long years.
So the first time you've seen her in 7 years was during Professor Cortez's case?
That's right, and I was so surprised. She was like a completely different person, so cheerful and happy.
Young Athena. What was Athena like as a child?
She was very sensitive and kind. She didn't talk very much. She likes to draw and paint at home.
That's completely different from the Athena we know now. I can't even picture it.
She never left the Space Center much because
I heard a car.
she was very sensitive to other people's emotions.
I heard a car in your background.
I'm sorry, it's just, she didn't go on Space Hunter because I heard a car.
Anyway.
When she went to crowded places, she get
Dizzy.
dizzy from all the emotions flying around.
It must be hard to hear people's heart as well as their voices.
She always wore these big hair-lacking headphones. She said her mother made them for her as part of her research.
Huh? I wonder what kind of research it was.
Because of her special ability, Athena couldn't handle being in school very often. And I was always upset because of my weak constitution. Maybe that's why we became such good friends. We used to play together here at the Space Center a lot. It brings back memories.
Sounds like Athena's mother played a big role here at the Space Center. Oh, Daddy! Show her the picture!
Atta girl, good idea. I think she wants
Present
to
the picture.
show the Hat 1 exhibit.
Oh, I thought I was gonna say take that.
Well, we're just presenting.
Yeah.
Miss Woods, can you take a look at this for me?
Oh, look! There's Athena's mom! The one on the floor, right? The one with Camila! That's Dr. Mitty!
What's the first name?
I don't know how to say it. Metis? Sykes?
Where's Sykes?
Dr.
Okay.
Metis? Dina's mother's murder. Did it by any chance have any connection to the Hat 1 launch?
What? Well, yes, it did! I think recall it happened on the day before the launch.
Just as I suspected.
But that wasn't the worst of it. One of my staff members was murdered.
So this is the murder Director Conwell we're talking about. Does that mean that the crime Prosecutor Blackwell was convicted of is the murder of Athena's mother? There's a chance her death is somehow connected to the current case.
There is?
Thank you for all your help, Miss Woods. And please, try not to worry. I won't let anything happen to Athena.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. I know you'll take good care of her.
So we need to investigate the robotics lab and also talk to Athena. We've got our plates full, Daddy. I hope we can let it all in before the day is through.
The detention center first, then. We have to see Athena before visiting hours are over.
So I'm assuming when we go visit Athena, then that's it. Looks like it.
Well, we don't know yet, but we'll see.
Oh.
Oh, if it isn't Mr. Warrior, fancy meeting you here. Oh, hello, Detective Fulbright, here on business. To tell the truth, I'm here to interview Ted Tonate. What? The one behind a courtroom bombing incident? He suddenly said he's ready to tell the truth about the case. And what he was saying was so incredible, I just had to cut right over to hear more.
But wasn't he arrested for the bombing already? Huh.
Incredible? What's he saying?
I thought Ted Tony was arrested.
I think he is. He's just on his way to the detention center. Why don't you hang around here for yourself? Really? Us? Are you sure? I give you my special permission. Here comes the bomber now.
Jesus.
God.
You! What nerve do you have to come here?
You here to laugh at me, I suppose?
Like I waste my breath on you. After all, you're the one who assaulted Apollo and put him into the hospital.
Violence, no. Question? Okay.
No violence? Too bad Apollo didn't get a chance to say that before you attacked him. Fine, then just answer me this, Mr. Tone. What is this truth of yours about the courtroom you blew up?
No! I didn't do it! I didn't blow up the courtroom! When I killed Detective Arm, there was another person in the room!
What are you talking about? Who else could have been there?
I saw it, I tell you! I saw someone's hand as if they were stealing a remote switch. This person was there and witnessed the murder I committed.
What?
I don't know who it was. But that's who blew up the courtroom.
I feel like it might be this phantom he's talking about, so I guess it's not Ted Tone.
So did we wrongly accuse him? I thought he already admitted that he blew up the courtroom.
I think he just admitted to killing Detective Arm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You expect us to buy that?
Easy there, Trucy. I don't see any psych locks, so I guess he must not be lying.
Pardon me, I got a little carried away. But I am telling you the truth, I did not detonate that bomb.
And there you have it. Can't exactly ignore his claims, of course, so we're doing a follow-up. We're even analyzing the bomb itself, or what's left of it. We haven't found any new facts yet, though. Well, they've laid it all out piece by piece.
Oh, look at those beautiful little pieces! I wish I could have them!
Uh-oh. Looks like his geek switch has been activated. We're getting this bomb from the first episode as evidence?
What?
Okay. Well, I hope you're ready for Proxy Black with a special brand of questioning.
Ah! Anything but that!
Did he really have to type that first one? I'm afraid I have to be off now too. I was just about to question Miss Sykes. Wait, what?
You're going to see Athena now?
That's right. Oh, did you folks come to see her? Sorry for the trouble, but could you come back later? Oh, off I go. Well, crap, I guess we're still not done yet. What bad timing. I think we'll have to wait until after her questioning is over to see her.
And after we come all this way too. Well, I guess it's back to the Space Center. Let's go check out the robotics lab, Daddy.
Alright, sounds like a plan. Robotics lab, there it is. I think this might be the first time I've been to this robotics lab, so this place is new.
So this is the robotics lab, huh? Looks like it's exactly one floor above the boarding lounge.
And where people were directed to evacuate from via the emergency ladder. This is where Athena's mother was killed 7 years ago. Speaking of someone who works with robots.
That was a high-pitched iPad notification.
Look over there!
They heard that. Alright, what's over there?
That was in perfect timing, too.
Yeah, I know. Oh. So they plan to use this bag to carry the capsule, is that right?
Paula, what are you doing there? Oh. Alright, you can do a woman. I mean, she's black, her last name is Blackwell, so...
I don't know, I forgot what voice I gave her.
kind of seems like a Von Karma attitude, like kind of sassy.
Yeah, more or less. I don't know.
You want me to do it?
Sure, 'cause I don't know.
Okay. Hold on. Say, why don't we stop talking about the case and have a cup of tea instead?
Apollon or Blackwell? I wonder what they're talking about.
Well. Come to spoil our fun just when I was enjoying our alone time?
What do you think?
Yeah, sure. Also, just be warned. This character is one you're not gonna like.
Oh my god. Why am I voicing her? Oh,
Truthy and Mr. Wright.
If it's Apollo you want, you can't have it. He said he's investigating on his own.
And I respect his wishes. We just came to investigate this lab.
Well, this is my lab, so you need my permission if you want to do any snooping.
About what happened.
I heard about the trial. You made mention about the director. And suddenly Starbuck was out and your little subordinate, the princess, was in. Case closed. And they all fixed happily ever after.
Daddy, say something to her!
And I suppose you're going to defend the princess in court, am I right?
The princess, huh? Yeah, she's talking about Athena. Of course, Athena's innocent.
Oh my, such a loyalty and trust. She seems pretty suspicious to me, though. The emotionally unstable princess. There's your culprit for you. Don't you agree, Apollo?
I don't know yet. Oh my god, you do suspect Athena.
I knew it. I'm calling it. That's why there's an eye patch.
Apollo, how could you?
I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What's wrong with saying I don't know if it's true? It's a very specific approach. Scientific approach. Your subordinate is more level-headed than you, or should I say, lower subordinate. Former subordinate.
Now you probably know why I don't like this character.
Excuse my language, but she's a bitch.
Can't believe it. Does Apollo really suspect Athena?
Whew! All this laughing has worn me out. Your turn to say something, hunk of junk. Oh.
Clonko.
Mr. Taryn, you look pale. Should I help you to the sick bay?
Mr. Taryn? Not the Apollo you're talking to.
Oh, this hunk of junk here is mistaking Apollo for Clay. Maybe Apollo was possessed by Clay's ghost. Mr. Tenma, are you injuries?
Tenma?
How are your injuries? Mr. Tenma! Taryn!
I kept saying Tenma. Shoot, sorry. Taryn. Shoot.
Mr. Taryn! How are your injuries, Mr. Taryn? I guess Clay's intention is to hang around the court the princess that murdered him. To haunt. Oh, and to haunt the lawyer that defends her too, of course.
Robots that can see ghosts? Yeah, right. And I'm a spirit medium. Sorry, but apparently scientists don't tell very frightening ghost stories. I intend to defend Athena, no matter what you have to say about it.
How perfectly foolish! That kind of blind belief makes people lose sight of the truth. Just like 7 years ago.
She also believes her brother is not the culprit. I mean, I guess so. Which is why she hates the court system and the legal system here. Can you tell me about the incident 7 years ago?
What? You enjoy trampling on people's feelings and rubbing salt in their wounds? Or do you just want me to talk? In that case, what should I ask for in return?
I'd like to hear about that incident too. It helped me understand the current case better. Huh? Paul knows about that case too?
Well, if you're the one who's asking, Apollo, come on, hunk of junk. You tell the story.
But Miss Aura, that's private information.
If you want to talk, I'll just have to make you talk.
Yes! Who cares about personal privacy? Not me!
Jeez.
I am ready to utilize my brass processing abilities to import all available information!
Wow! What a magic trick! He's like a completely different robot now!
The baddies of the robots, a lot of robots that come through in this lab, they're designed by Miss Aura. I was born 7 years ago. Miss Aura was much, much younger then.
Nice. Better watch what you say if you don't want to get get recycled, Blanco.
And then our hearts were recycled by great genius Dr. Menace Sykes.
Created, not recycled.
Created.
Hearts? Robots with hearts? Can you even make such a thing?
Emotions are not irrational things. Our logic and our hearts can be integrated. The true navigation companions created by Miss Aura and Dr. Menace transcend humans. Ah!
Menace?
Huh? She just glanced over at her desk.
Nobody could continue Menace's research. She and her work are truly one of a kind. And now the true navigation companions are
Left.
left of Menace here on Earth.
Robots are all that's left? Isn't she leaving out a very important someone?
We built the ultimate creations together, but now she's gone.
I get the feeling Dr. Sykes loves her robots almost as much as she loved her daughter. And almost as much as she loved you.
What are you talking about? Don't make me laugh. But you lost someone too, didn't you, Apollo? Your friend Clay? I guess you and I are pretty much in the same boat.
Miss Aura, would you like a tissue?
Keep your trap shut, hunk of junk.
Blanco.
Clarence is an important keepsake of your time with Dr. Sykes. You should treat him better.
What does it matter? He doesn't feel pain. I can always repair his body. Besides, their hearts aren't actually in their bodies.
What do you mean by that?
The program Menace wrote runs a separate mainframe. Their bodies are controlled remotely from there. Their hearts and memories are there too. Those bodies are really just peripherals.
I have no idea what that is.
So I can't do anything I want to them.
I'm not so sure that gives you the right to physically abuse the poor things.
Well, why are you people looking into such an old case now, anyway?
Well, you believe the culprit of that incident might be the same person as in this case.
So Daddy's going to find out who killed Mr. Sykes, too!
I'm sure you're aware of who Mrs. Killer is.
Yes, Prosecutor Blackwell. Or so it seems.
That's a quite way of you putting it. Are you implying you don't think he did it?
I can't say anything for sure right now. That's exactly why I'd like to hear your side of it. Tell me, be sure. Dr. Simon.
I was the one who introduced Simon to Menace, you know. He wanted to learn psychology, he said, to give himself an edge in court.
Prosecutor Blackwell's forte, his famous power of suggestion technique.
Exactly. He was oddly serious about it, rather than a teacher-student relationship. He treated her more like how a loyal samurai would treat his sovereignty.
He seems more like a lost soul than a dignified samurai to me.
He even got along with that miserable little princess.
Why do you call Athena the princess, anyway?
Well, she is Menace's daughter after all, although she's nothing like her besides. Doesn't she, the selfish little princess, always have lots of white knights hanging around?
I think I see why Dina didn't say anything when we ran into Aura yesterday. It all makes sense now.
So the culprit behind the two cases should be the same, huh? That settles it then.
What does it settle?
None of your business. Just forget you heard anything. How long are you people going to hang around in here anyway?
What? We came in here to take a look around!
You think you can just walk in and ransack a person's lab? Show me a search warrant.
We're not the police, so we don't have one.
I did that because Clanko's getting choked.
Then get out now! Clanko, show them out! Clanko.
Certainly, Miss Aura.
Ouch! Don't push!
My apologies. I'm just following orders.
Ah!
Ow!
Thanks, Clonko. We're back at the entrance. What a way to get shown out.
The nerve of that woman! What's with that horrible attitude?
I guess this is how she is.
And why wasn't Paul going along with her?
I guess it's because they have something in common. Paul loves Clay just like how Aura lost Dr. Sykes.
I'm really worried about him. He's not himself at all. He's usually not all cool and dark and mysterious like that.
I guess that's true. Does she mean usually silly and dorky?
I'm gonna keep an eye on him.
Hey, wait, Trucy, come back. She's gone. What should I do now? Head to 4 by probably still questioning Dina. Guess I'll go back to the office. Alone. Oh well, not to the office.